the Cox 4 Training Camp Show.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Cox 4 Training Camp Show. So glad you joined us tonight as once again we go across the board Cox 4 style in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and yes, Lafayette. A ton to get to today. We'll stop in LSU and check out number 7, Leonard Fournette, practicing with the varsity in the morning at Tulane. The quarterback battle continues. We'll bring you up to date there and also hear from a legally blind long snapper for the Green Wave. We'll also hear from Coach Hudspeth at ULL, throw in some high school football, and you've got our training camp special. But of course, we lead it off with the black and gold. And with their preseason opener now just 2 days away, it's good they're going to finally have somebody else to hit. So 2 days before the Saints' preseason opener with the St. Louis Rams, we sure didn't expect to see this. Physical play on both sides of the ball from start to finish. A spirited practice, and we sure didn't expect to see this. A fight with wide receiver Charles Hawkins getting into it with Raphael Bush, Kenny Vaccaro, among others.
I'm an aggressive player. I have a chip on my shoulder, so like every guy here have a chip on their shoulder, so I have one too. So I'll fight anybody.
Good afternoon. How is everybody? Hope you guys are blessed. Stay strong. All right. I'm sorry.
Game week and just going through the whole preparation of actually going and getting ready for a game. Nice welcome change.
I don't know. We're still practicing hard. We have this beautiful weather to go with, but as far as it being a game week, it's preseason. We're still working on our techniques. We're still working on our plays. We're still working on us. So maybe we'll transition over to it tomorrow. But as far as you saw right there, we're going after each other still.
It's even after, even though he's not, throwing the ball after every route, he runs up to me and tells me what he wants me to do. Or what I could have done better. So, he's still getting those mental reps in, and I know he'll be just fine. He's just taking a little time off, and which he needs. It's a long season. You got 16 games, 4 preseason games. That's 20, and then if you're lucky, you got another 3 or 4 after that.
You would expect nothing less from number 9, Drew Brees, as he continues to rehabilitate the strained left oblique. But once again, the tradition continues. The Saints preseason can be seen on Cox Sports Television Friday night, 7 o'clock, with a pregame and a postgame show surrounding the Saints and Rams. And again, CST, your home for Saints preseason football. Time for us to take our first break here in the Cox 4 Training Camp Show. When we return, we go Green Wave style. Check in with Curtis Johnson, a surprise freshman running with the ones. We'll tell you who it is after this break. The Cox 4 Training Camp Show is brought to you by Royal Honda, the dealership that's different, and by the Brandner Law Firm, representing clients throughout Louisiana.
Working on an offshore rig or boat can be a dangerous job. Fires, explosions, and collisions are only some of the risks that these workers face every day. I'm Michael Brandner. At our firm, we understand the hardships that injury victims and their families face after an accident. Let us handle your case so we can help guide you on the road to recovery. Call us or visit our website to find out about your legal rights. The Brandner Law Firm, fighting for justice.
For over 4 decades, Aero Fence has provided top-quality fencing, gates, and service. Not only specializing in all types of fencing, Aero Fence offers automated gates and controls. With an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, Aero Fence is fully licensed and insured. For a free estimate, log on to our website or call today.
Big Easy Sportsplex in Elmwood is a 71,000 square foot membership-based indoor sports and fitness center. And it's not just for pros like former LSU star Chad Jones.
I'm a member because my daughter and I can train at the same time here at Big Easy Sportsplex.
I'm a member because while I'm getting ready for my season, my son can do the same.
With membership packages available for families and individuals, stop by and tell us. Why are you a member?
Hey Hey, Acadiana, it's high school football time. Cox 4 is celebrating 8 years of live high school games in our area. Northside, Bridge, Notre Dame, St. Thomas More. You get the picture. It's live and exclusive on the Cox 4 Game of the Week. Cox, live 15 weeks, LUS 0. We've got you covered as our team brings you analysis on all the hard-hitting high school matchups. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and catch the latest videos and pics at cox4.tv.
Welcome back to the Cox 4 Training Camp Show. I'm Eric Richey, and of course the Tulane Green Wave, with that new stadium being constructed on campus, they've got to be vagabonds. They got to be moving around a little bit on the practice side of things. So today, actually outdoors for the first time, practicing at Newman High School. They had the pads on. Yesterday, on Tuesday, we actually went to see Tulane's practice in the morning at the Saints indoor facility. As usual, CJ running a very up-tempo, high-energy practice, and there was even a couple things going on outside as well. As Tulane opened the practice doors to the media for the first time of camp, much of the attention was on the three quarterbacks, engaged in a spirited battle to win the starting job. But time and time again, big number 84 made catch after catch after, well, you get the idea. Big number 84 is Charles Jones, a true freshman from St. Aug who was running with the ones, and on this day celebrating, get this, his 18th birthday.
It's been great. It's been a really good, learning experience. I've just been learning all type of new things. Playbook, I've been in the playbook heavy. It's been really great.
Are you surprised with how much you're running with the regulars?
Yes. Yes.
What's it like getting coached up by Curtis Johnson, and what are you learning from him?
He's a heck of a coach. I never known a coach. I would be in a corner and he would be in the middle of practice and I'll just be catching balls. Charles, tuck the ball. I'll just be catching it. Charles, tuck the ball. And he'll go back to doing what he's doing. And then, Rob, you're not running the ball right. He's everywhere.
This kid here is very, very athletic. You look at him, he's catching, he's turning, he's running, he can run a lot better than I remember. So he's a guy that we can count on. We didn't have very many tight ends, and he's one of those guys. I also like a lot of those freshmen. Uncle Lot again, I look like the DB Donnie. I like Donnie Hilliard, the other running back. So there's a lot of freshmen that, they're opening some eyes.
Now, as far as that battle for quarterback, Nick Montana started 11 games and Devin Powell started the other 2 last season. But redshirt freshman Tanner Lee out of Jesuit making a very strong push. If you were to lobby your case right now, what would you say would be the reason why Tanner Lee should be the starting quarterback?
Well, I think these guys trust me, and they know that I can be a leader, and that I'm in meetings and I'm trying to help out these young kids, and it's ultimately up to the coaches, and I got to show that I can move the ball, and I got to fight and work every day and compete with these other guys and show I can play.
It's a battle. Everything's a battle. There's battle all around the field. not just at quarterback. It's everywhere. I fight every day. I know I'm a fighter. I'm a fight for a spot. Keep doing what I got to do, listen to coaches, and handle my business.
Montana battled through shoulder injuries last year, but spent the summer working out with his dad's buddy, Phil Sims.
He's a great guy and helped me on and off the field, but mostly just throwing, tighten up my motion, and just a lot of work with him.
Probably sometime next week we'll start thinking about sitting down and saying what we're going to do and what direction we're going in.
Is there a leader in the clubhouse?
You know what, I like how all those guys lead right now. Everybody's kind of, they got the groups together and they're doing a phenomenal job.
Now, about as far away on the football attention scan from quarterback is probably your long snapper, but for the next 4 years at Tulane, that may not be the case. You see, Aaron Golub, a preferred walk-on, is legally blind, can't see at all out of his right eye, and the best way they say you can describe his sight in his left eye is to make a fist the hole the size of a dime and look through. Challenging? You bet. But has it stopped him? Not even close. Precision, accuracy, touch. Those are the main ingredients in the art that is long snapping. Sight? Well, that's a given, most of the time. Imagine if this is what the world looked like. Tulane freshman Aaron Golub doesn't have to imagine.
I have no sight in my right eye, and it's limited in my left, probably about like a small hole. I started playing in 7th grade, and then at the end of 10th grade, I became a long snapper and decided I wanted to play in college. I really just had to learn it and just keep practicing it. I mean, people are definitely shocked, but that's what I'm trying to do, just prove people wrong and earn my spot.
Golub's perseverance is evident, but what may surprise you is his confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I want to prove myself. My goal is to be the starter, so I need to compete. Both of the other snappers are great snappers, great people, and I'm friends with them, but my job here is to try and win the spot.
And the person who ultimately controls who wins that spot isn't counting Golub out either.
He has a lot of courage, and you can't help but being around him. He's very, very infectious. But one thing he can do, he can snap the ball now. And I don't know how long, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see him run on the field sometime soon and he's snapping it in one of these big games, because I got confidence in him so far. We got to see what he's doing with the pads. But he promised me he got his goggles with the sight and everything like that. So I like what he can do now. He's a good walk-on for us.
What would you like people to know about you and kind of just overall?
I'm not going to give up until I win the starting job. If it's this year, great. If it's not, then I'm going to keep competing for it.
Determined young man, we wish Aaron Golub the best. There have only been 6 schools in the country that have won bowl games in each of the last 3 years. And if you listen to the coaches in the Sun Belt Conference, ULL should get a chance to make it 4 straight. You see, the Raging Cajuns are unanimous pick, the preseason favorites to win the Sun Belt Conference. But right now, all Coach Hudspeth is worrying about is those first 2 in-state games at home.
Well, the thing that I've told our team and the thing that I'm trying to get across to them is, being picked to be the unanimous preseason favorites, you've got a target on your back. And the thing about it is when you play each team each week, whether it's at home or on the road, you're going to get their best shot.
That was Raging Cajuns head coach Mark Hudspeth last month at the Sun Belt Conference Media Days.
Keep your feet locked. Step in hard till you get.
Fast forward a few days into camp, and Coach Hudspeth is still cautiously optimistic, but sure does like what he sees.
We feel like this is the deepest team that we've had to date in our last, now going on our 4th season. We've got our starting quarterback back. We've got depth at most positions. And our guys are been in our system now. Just about every player on our team is a player that's been recruited by our current staff, and we think we're making strides there.
So as Hudspeth begins to put the puzzle together for another run at postseason play, he does so surrounded with some newfound expectations.
Fans are having questions about tickets and about parking and can I get this and there's not enough of this. Love hearing those things, because those are problems we never had before. And now we've got people that are in line for tickets, that are in line for tailgating spots, that are in line for parking.
With 17 starters back, you might think there's not much change going around with the Raging Cajuns, but not so fast.
We've won 27 games in our first 3 years. People don't realize 2 out of 3 years, we had 5 at home, 7 on the road. Now we're 6-6. And our first 2 games are at home against 2 very good in-state opponents. That type of opponent coming to Cajun Field is going to really make the tickets at Cajun Field, or somebody said the other day, the Cajun Field between the Oaks is going to make it a tough place to get into the game.
No question about it. Coach Hud referring to, of course, Southern. The SWAC champs will open up the season at Cajun Field, and then it's Louisiana Tech. So a couple of great in-state foes for the Raging Cajuns to start things off. We're looking forward to making the trip to Lafayette tomorrow morning to check out firsthand just how good this football team is. And then, of course, on Saturday, they'll go through a scrimmage. Time for us to take a break. When we return, LSU time. We'll head to Baton Rouge and check in with the offensive line, possibly the strongest position unit on this football team. And also, what about the returning wide receivers? We keep hearing about the freshmen. Got a couple of those coming up for you as we return on the Cox 4 Training Camp Show.
Hey everybody, this is Walter Wild, General Sales Manager with Royal Honda. We've been supporting the black and gold since 1967, and we look forward to a great season in 2014. Go Saints!
For over 4 decades, Aero Fence has provided top quality fencing, gates, and service. Not only specializing in all types of fencing, Aero Fence offers automated gates and controls. With an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, Aero Fence is fully licensed and insured. For a free estimate, log on to our website or call today.
Hey, Louisiana, it's high school football time. Cox 4 is celebrating 13 years of live high school games in our area. Central, Woodlawn, Catholic, Parkview, you get the picture. It's live and exclusive on the Cox 4 Game of the Week. Fast moving and big on fun. We've got you covered as our team brings you analysis on all the hard-hitting high school matchups. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and catch the latest videos and pics at cox4.tv. Don't miss live, local, award-winning football only on Cox 4.
Our daddy works hard for the injured because he cares and wants to help people. If you've been injured, call the Brander Law Firm. Non-attorney spokesperson. Duh!
For over 4 decades, Aero Fence has provided top-quality fencing, gates, and service. Not only specializing in all types of fencing, Aero Fence offers automated gates and controls. With an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, Aero Fence is fully licensed and insured. For a free estimate, log on to our website or call today. Guess who made an appearance at the LSU's varsity practice this morning? Yep, the soon-to-be very familiar number 7 jersey, Leonard Fournette, working out with the varsity. Of course, Leonard, not the only true freshman that the Tigers will be relying on very heavily on the offensive side of the ball. And if that's the case, what else could you ask for than a talented, veteran, physical offensive line? Just how good can the LSU offensive line be? Listen to what center Elliott Porter said this morning.
I feel like we want to be the most dominant line in the country. I mean, if we're not doing our jobs. I mean, you know, most of the senior guys who came back this year, me, Al, Evan, you know, Hoko, and the rest of the guys, young guys too, Hulk. I mean, we came back for a reason. We came back to be the most dominant line in the country.
Elliott Porter and his veteran teammates on the O-line receiving plenty of quality time in the morning practice from their head coach / former offensive lineman, Les Miles.
He's given us tools that we need, huge tools at that. I mean, technique-wise, mentally. I mean, he's preparing us. He's preparing us to be the best and the most dominant line. He's making it possible.
That's even better because he's given his experience of playing an awesome line, so it's even much greater.
Let's just say Porter has known about Fournette for a while.
I heard about him when he was an 8th grader. We're going to see something. I put a lot on him, and I mean that.
What have you seen in those last practices?
I've seen a physical runner. He's bringing it. He's a physical runner, and you know, it's scary. I mean, we're going to see. I mean, well, I should say you're going to see.
Of course, LSU with freshmen at quarterback and wide receiver as well. And as predicted, the wide receivers, the true freshmen, the Malachi Duprees, the Trey Quinns, they're getting all the pub. But don't forget about the returning wide receivers led by Traven Durrell. Caught 7 passes last year, but now he's a leader.
It's different, you know, being that it's the first time I've been in this position, you know, all my career. So it's a little different, but I'm taking it on, you know, with a full head of confidence. You know, I'm just working, trying to get everybody on the same page.
And how are you doing that with all the amount of freshman receivers that you have as far as keeping everybody on that same page?
Just taking it day by day, you know, watching film and critiquing everything, you know, giving the freshmen hints there and giving them, you know, feedback to what they're doing, you know, trying to keep their confidence high, you know, trying to keep them flowing.
It's a competition. I like the competition, you know, they like the competition. Even though they're young, you know, they don't play like they're young, they play like they're upperclassmen and stuff.
We're looking for them to step up and play big roles. That's one of the things we key on as a team. The Unity Council talks about it all the time, just looking for young guys to play big roles, and we're definitely expecting those guys to step up.
The competition is still heated. You know, no one has really set themselves apart yet. You know, we're battling every day. You know, we're trying to make our mark. It's only been 3 practices, so you can't just say, I'm that guy that's going to be the starter, or he's that guy that's going to be the starter, because, you know, we still have a lot more practices to go before the Wisconsin game. So we're still trying to, you know, develop and get better every day.
Doral sure did look good on the gauntlet. That first practice, Doral looking good, looking like a leader. Time for us to take a break, and as we do so, we head from college football to high school football. Our high school spotlight on the Rummel Raiders, two-time defending state champions. We'll be right back on the Cox 4 Training Camp Show. For over 4 decades, Aero Fence has provided top-quality fencing, gates, and service. Not only specializing in all types of fencing, Aero Fence offers automated gates and controls. With an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, Aero Fence is fully licensed and insured. For a free estimate, log on to our website or call today.
Working on an offshore rig or boat can be a dangerous job. Fires, explosions, and collisions are only some of the risks that these workers face every day. I'm Michael Brander. At our firm, we understand the hardships that injury victims and their families face after an accident. Let us handle your case so we can help guide you on the road to recovery. Call us or visit our website to find out about your legal rights. The Brander Law Firm, fighting for justice.
In the heart of the French Quarter, the recently renovated Spirits on Bourbon, as seen on Spike TV, is your must-see destination on Bourbon Street. With nightly entertainment featuring our dueling piano show. Sing along and have a great time. Spirits on Bourbon, with our world-famous signature drink, the Resurrection, served in our souvenir blinking skull mug with tons of booze and a jalapeno for extra kick. Or try the Barber Beer. It's not a beer, it's a delicious mixed drink with whipped cream vodka, root beer schnapps, cream soda, and topped with whipped cream. Or if you dare, pay homage to our resident ghost, Edward Dubois, and have a shot in his barber chair. Come hungry. Our great food is served 24 hours a day, Thursday through Monday. Steaks, shrimp beignets, shrimp po' boys, and the best gumbo in the French Quarter. And for souvenirs, visit our website at spiritsonbourbon.com. Spirits on Bourbon, 615 Bourbon Street.
A tremendous amount of life happens in 50 years. During this past half-century, the Royal Automotive family dedicated our time to ensure a positive impact on everyone with whom we've come in contact. Our team, their families, our community, and the customers we serve. Royal is proud to celebrate 50 years in business. A heartfelt thank you goes out to all our customers, past and present. As we begin another 50 years, Royal Honda will continue to earn the phrase, the dealership that's different.
The High School Spotlight is brought to you by the Brander Law Firm, representing clients throughout Louisiana. Rummel head coach Jay Roth made no bones about it. He was not a fan of the select versus non-select situation that high school football went through last year, but the bottom line, he won a second straight state championship for his alma mater with Rummel, and along the way kept Leonard Fournette out of the Superdome.
We're your state champion!
The last time we were in the Rummel locker room, the Raiders gave us an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at what happens when you win a state championship. That same locker room 8 months later, picture day, as the two-time defending state champs begin the long road to repeat.
Well, to be honest with you, this is the worst day of any coach's season. Team pictures and giving out equipment is the worst day, so I can't wait till it's over so we can start practicing. And then after that, I'm in my realm, you know, I feel like I'm at home. So I'm looking forward to that, but you know, our schedule's very intimidating. Going the road 4 out of the first 5, you know, playing teams ranked in the top 5 in the state, and then you got your Catholic League opponents, so we got a rough road ahead of us.
I think this team from last year, I think we're a lot smarter, like just mentally wise. Just we know the game, know football. I think that we have more leadership on this team.
I mean, it's good. I mean, you know, a lot of teams shooting at you 2-time state championship. So, I mean, we have to be more responsible. I mean, take on every opponent more seriously. Like last year, we didn't come out quite as strong, like in the beginning of the season. So, I mean, we just got to take on every game, be more focused every game. So, I mean, nobody's gonna lay down for us. So we got to play our hardest every game.
Player name was Chase Fourcade. Rummel opens up with two River Parish teams, East St. John and Hahnville, and then Acadiana. What a way to start this season. Good luck to the Rebels. Time for us to take our final break. Our guest analyst who bleeds green coming up after this. For 4 decades, Aero Fence has provided top-quality fencing, gates, and service. Not only specializing in all types of fencing, Aero Fence offers automated gates and controls. With an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, Aero Fence is fully licensed and insured. For a free estimate, log on to our website or call today.
Working on an offshore rig or boat can be a dangerous job. Fires, explosions, and collisions are only some of the risks that these workers face every day. I'm Michael Brander. At our firm, we understand the hardships that injury victims and their families face after an accident. Let us handle your case so we can help guide you on the road to recovery. Call us or visit our website to find out about your legal rights. The Brander Law Firm, fighting for justice.
Hey, New Orleans, it's high school football time. Cox 4 is celebrating 6 years of live high school football games in our area. Holy Cross, Warren Easton, St. Augustine, Jesuit. You get the picture. It's live and exclusive on the Cox 4 Game of the Week. We've got you covered as our team brings you analysis on all the hard-hitting high school matchups. For the latest videos and pics, check us out on Twitter and Facebook or head on over to cox4.tv.
A tremendous amount of life happens in 50 years. During this past half-century, the Royal Automotive family dedicated our time to ensure a positive impact on everyone with whom we've come in contact. Our team, their families, our community, and the customers we serve. Royal is proud to celebrate 50 years in business. A heartfelt thank you goes out to all our customers, past and present. As we begin another 50 years, Royal Honda will continue to earn the phrase, the dealership that's different.
The High School Spotlight is brought to you by the Brander Law Firm, representing clients throughout Louisiana. Passion, enthusiasm, knowledge. You want your play-by-play guy to possess all three. Well, Tulane certainly has one in Todd Graffinini. And Todd, he's our guest analyst tonight.
My name is Todd Graffinini. I'm the voice of the Tulane Green Wave. Been calling Tulane football and basketball for 8 years now, and Tulane baseball for 24. The key to Tulane football's success this season is having our offense step up and our defense to play as well as they did last year. My thoughts for having an on-campus football stadium this year? Are you kidding me? I have two favorite memories as a Tulane broadcaster. Calling the final out of the 2001 Super Regional against LSU to send Tulane baseball to the College World Series for the first time, and of course, the 1998 perfect season in football. My favorite part about being the voice of the Green Wave is being a part of the community for all these years. I grew up 5 minutes from this stadium, and now I'm a part of it as my profession. You can't beat it. As a lifelong New Orleanian, I'm a huge Who Dat fan like everybody else. And I think the Saints have a great chance to get back to the Super Bowl if everybody stays healthy. You can listen to all Tulane football and basketball games on our flagship 106.1 The Ticket or Tulane baseball on 88.3 FM WRBH.
Does a great job, Graf. Always fun listening to you. That'll do it for the Cox 4 Training Camp show. Remember, the Saints and the Rams, Friday, 7 p.m. on CST. That'll do it for now. I'm Eric Richey. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good night.